Well, good morning. This is Russell Howard from the Richland Road Church of Christ to share with you good news to live by on the last day of March, March 31st. Have you ever had one of those days and when no matter how hard you try, things seem to go from bad to worse, but bad to worse? It reminds me of two cowboys who were herding some cows, and one of the cowboys found himself in no difficult trouble. One of the bulls seemed to get mad and stopped and turned on him, and its nostrils were flaring and began to charge at him. Well, the cowboy began to run, and as he began to run, trying to get away, he saw a deep hole that he could jump down into. And so the cowboy jumped into the hole. And as soon as that bull passed by on the other side of him, he jumped out of the hole. That bull got even madder and he turned around on him more and charged even faster. And you could tell that bull was really, really mad now. Well, as he came at him, the man jumped in again. The cowboy jumped again into the hole. And as soon as the bull was past him, he jumped out. And then the bull turned around and came after him again. Well, at about this time, the other cowboy said, "Man, why don't you just stay in the hole?" After several times this, he said, "I would, but there's a bear in the hole." Maybe some of you feel like that every day in your life, or if you've ever had something where things just go from bad to worse. Well, the Apostle Paul could probably identify with that, a feeling bad to worse. I want you to listen to a description of Paul the Apostle's life and what he went through. Listen to these words found in 2 Corinthians chapter 11 and verses 24 to 27. From the Jews 5 times I received 40 stripes minus one. 3 times I was beaten with rods. Once I was stoned. 3 times I was shipwrecked. A night and a day I have been in the deep. In journeys often, in perils of waters, in perils of robbers, in perils of my own countrymen, in perils of the Gentiles, in perils of the city, in perils in the wilderness, in perils of the sea, in perils among false brethren, in weariness and toil, in sleepiness often, in hunger and thirst, in fasting often, in cold and nakedness, is what he felt. Sound like a man that would be miserable, doesn't it? I mean, how much can one person take? How much worse can it possibly get for a man? It convicts me of when I begin to think of my minor list of problems that I have that I allow the dark cloud to overshadow my life. If I had to deal with problems on Paul's list on a daily basis, then I would probably have a reason to moan or complain or to whine. Why me, Lord? Why do all these bad things happen to me? Why is life so hard? The funny thing is, though, that wasn't Paul's reaction to the situation at all. He didn't list all these problems to garner sympathy. In fact, he finishes out this section by writing these words. So listen attentively. Therefore, I take pleasure in infirmities, in reproaches, in needs, in persecutions, in distress, for Christ's sake. 2 Corinthians 12 and verses 10. Taking pleasure in distress? When's the last time you took pleasure in distress? When's the last time you took pleasure in losing your keys or washing your cell phone? When was the last time you took pleasure in maybe hearing the news that there's going to be another month of stay at home? When's the last time you took pleasure in distress? The pleasure in such things is not the ability to laugh or joke. The pleasure is found in the last part of that verse in 2 Corinthians 12 and verse 10. For when I am weak, then I am strong. When I am weak, then I am strong. Everything that happens to me in my life is a reminder that I am not in control, but I am a child of the one who is in control. It's a reminder that I don't have to have the power to fix everything that breaks in my life, but I serve one who does have that power. It's a reminder that sometimes things I don't know, it's a reminder that sometimes don't know how I'm going to get through or the strength that I'm going to have to deal with it, but I rest in the arms of one who does, one who's promised to be there with me no matter what. And it is during those moments when life throws its worst at us that I feel closest to God. He says in verse 10 again, therefore I take pleasure in affirmatives, in reproaches, in needs, in persecution, in distress, for Christ's sake. For when I am weak, then I am strong. Whatever trial you're facing today, may you find strength in God. May you rest upon Him. Here are a few announcements for us today. Please be praying for all of our healthcare workers on the front line of the epidemic, the coronavirus epidemic, those in the hospital, those taking care of patients at home. Please be praying for them. Pray for their strength. Pray for their protection. You're welcome to join me tonight on Zoom at 7 p.m. in our study of Ephesians chapter 4, verses 1 to verse 16. You can find information about this class later on today on our Facebook page. And on Wednesday night at 7 p.m., I will be presenting a study on Abraham here on our Facebook Live as we continue our study on Wednesday nights on the heroes of faith. That will be Wednesday night at 7 p.m. I would love to have you join me for that. And let me encourage you to share our daily devotionals with your friends and your family, as well as our worship service on Sunday morning on YouTube. Please this is a great time to get the word out. If you have any needs, please reach out to us here at Richland Road Church of Christ. You can call us at 740-389-1017. You can contact us on Facebook, our Facebook page. You can email us at richlandroadcofc@gmail.com. Our goal is to reach out to meet your needs through His love. Plan on joining Matt Dunn tomorrow morning for another occasion of Good News to Live By. Again, this is Russell Howard from the Richland Road Church of Christ. Thank you for being with us today. We look forward to visiting with you in the future. Have a great day.